sees the arrival of more than 400 happy Jamaicans.
The so-called Windrush generation, named after a ship that carried the first arrivals from the Caribbean in 1948. Invited to Britain, given citizenship. It's many of the children who travelled with their parents who are now facing difficulties. Some have been caught out by strict new laws specifying documents they need to prove how long they've been.
For him, being left there by himself, no immediate family, I could just imagine what he was going through, you know. Must have been very, very hard for him. But we spoke every day and we kept trying to keep him upbeat, because you hear rumours that, you know, this returnee resident thing can take up to 6 months. So he thought, I could be here for 6 months, you know. It was hard. Mm-hmm. And I think it's hard for the whole family, because I think, you know, when we tried to explain to the family why he wasn't there, they couldn't believe it. You know, they just couldn't believe it. But as I said, we tried to keep him, you know, make him feel like he was part of it, like he was there, and his kids, you know, make sure.
Why are you telling me I'm not British? How is it you allowed me to work here? How is it I've got children here? My eldest is 40. You know, I've got grandchildren here, so I had to be here. My mum and dad is here. Well, they're buried here. Our native tongue is Creole. I can't speak Creole because I wasn't raised in Dominica, was I? So I know the streets of Hackney. I know the streets of London. You know, I've seen Prince Charles grow up. The hardest part is where I've been so used to working and being able to look after me and my family, I have to rely on others now.
Refund our taxes paid to compensate enslavers. It is crucial that we lobby on that, on the principle, on the disrespect that I, in 2015, was paying tax back to the people who enslaved my ancestors. I'm not having it. So let's work together, as the sisters have said. Let's build our own institutions. And all our allies here and everyone here, let's remember, we don't stand here, sorry for shouting, we don't stand here tonight as victims and allies of victims. We stand here as history makers, and that's how we will go forward.
Thank you, sister. Give a round of applause. What's your name, sister?
Cleo Lake.
Cleo Lake. Thank you very much, sister. Now we have word from the...
We were welcome, and we want to work. We want to live in peace and live our little years, our lives, our few years that we have left. Let us live it happily, please. Thank you. My name is Shani, aka Winsome Ennis.
Thank you, Shani. You're doing a lot of hard work helping people who have been entrapped by this government's policies. This is helper down here. What's your name, sister? Introduce yourself.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Councillor Cleo Lake, and I've come down from Bristol. I started a petition on the 1st of April, and we launched it in Bristol in consultation with African Connections Consortium and Greens of Colour. Unfortunately, it wasn't an April Fool's joke.
But what I would like to say, in the friend of a good singer from Jamaica called Bob Marley. The song is called Backyard. Yeah? Yeah? You tell me that I'm in your place and you draw a bad card. But here what? The verse goes, them I got tired for silly face. Let me interpret that for you. They are going to be tired to see our faces because we're not going nowhere. We got too much invested here. Yeah? When you say Commonwealth, let the wealth be common. That's what we want to know. It's not just Commonwealth because we run and do 9.8 seconds. You understand? Right, we're here to stay. So I just want to say to everybody, thank you for coming out to show all your support for such a people that the class that we don't have any power. It's very powerful and emotional to see so many faces out here in support, and I just want to say one love to everybody and stand up for racism in any form.
Brixton, which was one of the centres for that Windrush generation. It's very appropriate that we're here in Brixton having this meeting. The second thing to say is Amber Rudd, Theresa May are apologising, but they shouldn't be apologising. You know why? Because you only apologise when you make a mistake. They knew what they were doing. They knew the consequences of that so-called hostile climate would affect black people, whether or not they had immigration issues. And you know why I know? They know. Because in 2014, when Theresa May changed the law to make it possible to deport Commonwealth citizens, I
of
got
the Labour Party and a councillor in the London Borough of Islington. So I bring you greetings from our leader, Jeremy Corbyn. You know, if it wasn't enough that we suffered exploitation, colonialism and slavery, it wasn't enough that we came here and faced race hate, murders and signs saying no dogs, no Irish, no blacks. It wasn't enough that our children suffered generational unemployment, generational poverty, exclusions from our schools. It wasn't enough that we come here today and we say that we came as British subjects, turned into immigrants, not even British.
Look how far we are. Look how far. So what am I saying? Okay, well, a lot of noise has been made, rightfully so, about the shredding of some documents. We stand in front of the Black Cultural Archives. I find it ironic. Do you not think so? And to shred the arrival of people who have come here to improve and develop this country, what is that actually saying? Give that some thought for a moment. And I wonder, if we were to compare and contrast that experience with other communities, if that would still be the same for others. Give that some thought for a second.
When they burn books, they burn people.
When they burn books, they burn people. Huh? We've heard that. Shame on them. We've heard that. All right. Send that message home.
On Tuesday, I met with Caribbean leaders, where I gave an absolute commitment that the UK government will do whatever it takes, including where appropriate payment of compensation, to resolve the anxieties and problems which some of the Windrush
Holness today met his counterpart Theresa May to discuss the welfare of those affected. He reacted to the controversy in a speech to the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in London.
Prime Minister, we welcome your response and we look forward to a speedy implementation of your proposed solution.
Then came another, more intimate discussion. Jamaica's Prime Minister says he's poised to work with the British government.
It is a concerning matter, but we take note that the government has given a commitment, and we stand ready as Caribbean leaders to ensure that the commitment is kept.